Hey, all you business owners and wannabes out there. I am here today to tell you about the 6 most important things that I learned in my first year of business. I'm Erin Zimmerman, owner of Elephant Social, host of this channel, and what I do is I bring ease into people's businesses by helping them create a social media strategy that is relationship based. Okay? So, why should you listen to me? Well, I've gone through all of the ups and downs in the first year of business. I've gone no clients to full slate. I've had to dip out of my business for a while for family and personal reasons. I've done all of the things. I got sick of my business. It went through a whole evolution. And so through all of this, there are 6 top things that I learned that I'd love to tell you about, share with you to hopefully bring ease into your first year of business or your 14th year of business, wherever you are at in your business journey. Number 1, change is constant. So when I started my business, I was so adamant about the fact that I am damn good at what I do, so that's what I'm going to do. But I didn't necessarily bring in other things like what I love. Yes, I love working with people, and that was the main thing that I thought of when I started my business. I want to touch as many lives as possible and work with a ton of people and be their social media manager. But I quickly burnt out on that because I want to be developing my business as well as helping other people develop theirs. I want to be bringing ease into my life and that freedom that I craved from a corporate job, like in leaving my corporate job, I wanted to find in creating my own company and creating my own business. And it just wasn't happening. And so I realized about 9 months into business that it was time to evolve. And guess what? You can evolve daily. You can make tweaks daily. That doesn't mean sit on your idea. That doesn't mean just wait. Sit on your hands, don't leave your job. It doesn't mean you have to wait until a huge launch to make changes. I had many changes throughout. It had to do with the fact that I was feeling burnt out. I was no longer connected with my business. My clients wanted me to take everything over for them. So my business evolved into a strategist position. And now I'm able to help so many people without being burnt out. And I know that my business can continue to evolve. It could evolve to me selling products and packages and all kinds of different things instead of services. I mean, I'm open. I'm open to the idea of evolution, and you should be too. And also know that the way that you run your business will change. You could hire people. You could continue to stay a solopreneur. You could have a personal thing come up that takes you away from your business for a month, and so you want to be prepared beforehand. Just know changes happen and they can feel overwhelming at times. I understand, but you will get through it. We all get through it. Just know that number 2, you need to surround yourself in support, okay? And then you want to support like you want to be supported. So it's like treat others like you want to be treated, support them like you want to be supported. So you reach out to people, you tell them you like something with their business, you tell them you like their personality, how it shines through in their posts. Reach out. It's okay. Connect with people. Hop on a video chat. Hop on a phone call. You may find out that that is your business bestie. You may find a mastermind that you like. Just surround yourself in support. Sometimes you're not going to find support in your family and friends because they don't understand what you're doing in being an entrepreneur, and that is okay. Because you want to find people that understand you, that are like-minded, that you can bounce ideas off of. You just make sure that you find a community or multiple communities where you feel supported. Because when change comes, when there are ebbs and flows in your business, you want to have other people to talk to. about it. Okay. Number 3, share your message daily. Now, this can be in person. You can be telling people what you do. You can be reaching out to people on LinkedIn or other social media channels. You can be sharing your story on social media channels. You could be making phone calls. You could be hopping on a webinar. Whatever you're doing, at least one time per day, share your message. Share what you do, how you love to help people, and your why. And as you continue to share that message, you'll find out what you really do, because sometimes you create a message thinking that's what you do, and then as you're doing, you find out that's not it. But guess what? Change happens and you can tweak it as you go. So make sure that you're sharing your message daily. That's number 3. Number 4, it's all about relationships. All of it. Sales are about relationships. Our world is a world where people want to know who is growing their food. They want to know where the idea of your business came up. They want to connect with it personally. They want to connect with you personally if it's possible. And so just realize that as you're posting to social media, as you're marketing your business, as you're going out there and talking to people, it's not about the push. It's about pulling them. It's inviting people into your story. It's inviting people into the idea behind your why. It's inviting them into the process. It's inviting them behind the scenes. And it's inviting them to be your friend, to build a relationship, a personal connection with you in order to then develop either loyalty as a client, as a peer, or potentially as a mentor, or a collaborator even. I love that the most, is the potential for collaboration. So just know that everything that you're doing is about relationships. It's about taking care of your people regardless of how they show up in your life. And it's about supporting people. So that goes along with finding your support system. Okay. Number 4 is plan and then immediately do. So I had a video before about just doing. And some people I feel didn't quite get what I meant by that. And it's because I wasn't very clear. But I'd love to share that today. You need to plan and then do. So if you have an idea in your head, it's been there for a long time, and you know that it could potentially have so much with it. It could grow your reach. It could grow your business. It could grow your connections. It could do anything for you. Then plan it out real quick and then do it. For example, my web series Chat Connect, which is on this channel, was not even an idea until June. And then within weeks, it went from idea to written out. I wrote out on a notebook what I wanted it to consist of. I asked people immediately. That was part of the doing. So the planning was writing everything down, writing the ideas I had for the first season, knowing that things could change, knowing that they would evolve as the first season happened, and that the second season could be something completely different. But I had this idea and I had to act upon it. But I also needed to plan out some logistics because, for example, I couldn't go to my potential guests and say, hey, I want you to be on this thing with me, and have no other details, So plan immediately and then do immediately. Because another thing is I've seen myself planning to plan, and that happened a lot until honestly this last quarter of business. I'd plan to plan. I'd write down all these cool ideas and the way that I would bring them into the world, and then I'd kind of sit on them, or I'd plan a planning day, and that's it. And really, you need to make sure that when you're planning, when you sit down, that you're giving yourself enough time to plan and then start implementing some things. Start asking people to be on your show. Start looking into the best platforms for your show or the SEO for your show. Things like that. Obviously, if you're coming up with a show, that would really go along well with that. But you need to plan and do. Do, and make sure that it goes along clearly with your message. Don't confuse your people, and just do. And the last one of these 6 most important ones. They're not in any particular order, by the way. But the last one that I'm presenting today to you is figure out your non-negotiables and stick to them. So I still, along with the ebbs and flows of my business, along with the ebbs and flows of my life, I have learned that there is no real such thing as balance. I'm not trying to work in my business 80% and have life 20% or 50-50 even. That's not how it works, because your business and your life are integrated together if you are an entrepreneur or a small business owner of any sort. And they need to work in harmony. But if you don't have non-negotiables, then the things that you really feel like you want and need, if you don't define those, then you'll feel like you're lacking somewhere. So, for example, my non-negotiables are my business, my health, and my relationships. And those are just broad. But I make sure to make time for each of those every day. And if I cannot make it to one day, that's okay. But I kind of go through and say to myself, say to my things and my people, I say, I'm sorry, I can't make time today, but know that I will make this up to you later. That's how I personally do it. But I make time to move my body daily. I make time to sit down with my husband, text, call, or be with my friends daily. It doesn't have to be all three. And then obviously I make time for my business. And my time fluctuates, and that's just how I run my business right now, but it can change. So that goes back to changing. So relationships are so important. Overall, relationships, I think, make up everything, including your relationship with yourself. So make sure that you are understanding of the process, that everyone's process is different, that everyone does everything differently. They go through different parts of their business at different times, and some skip parts of their business. And that's totally cool. But those are my 6 main things that I really learned and really continue to think about and expand upon as my business grows into year 2 and beyond. I am so excited. Thank you to all of those who have supported me in this first year, and thank you to all of those that will continue to support me. I hope that I have supported you in leaps and bounds more than I have ever before. And I'm going to continue to do so. I can't wait to grow into this next year alongside you. Please, please, please leave comments and questions below. Reach out to me. I really cannot wait to connect with you.